මේ ගමන් කරමින් තිබුණු ආර්ථික ගමන තීරණාත්මක ලෙස අලුත් හැරවුමකට භාජනය කළ යුතුයි කියලා විශ්වාස කරනවා.
This is a political movement that believes that the economic journey we have embarked on should reach a favorable turning point and works towards achieving that goal. However, we also have an understanding on how to reach that turning point. If we have a healthy, crisis-free economy, that turnaround would be a speedy one. If the economy is at a dangerous point, that goal will have to be achieved relatively slowly and with much caution. Therefore, we understand your urgency. We will reach this turning point by implementing economic policies in a way that is healthy for both the country and its citizens. What should we do first in order to achieve this goal? This economic situation needs to be stabilized. If this is not done, an economy that has been through multiple crises would not withstand such a turnaround. A vehicle with no wheels cannot be turned around. We first need to fix the wheels. Therefore, we are very cautiously taking steps to stabilize the country's economy. On one hand, we were handed over a country that was officially bankrupt. The total revenue was 4,990 billion rupees. Interest payments, salary payments for the state sector and payment of pensions amounted to 4,744 billion rupees. We were left with only 256 billion rupees. This is the situation of the economy. By the time we took over, the discourse was on if this was healthy or not. By the time we took over the country, we had also entered into an extended fund facility agreement with the IMF. We had two options. Either we had to continue our EFF agreement with the IMF or we had to terminate the agreement. You thought we would terminate it. However, we will not fall in that trap. These are all traps. We know that given the current economic situation, any slight mistake on our part would lead to grave and severe consequences. That is how sensitive the economy is. After all, this is the country that you ruled before us. We didn't create this situation. The economy you handed over to us was extremely volatile and even the slightest mistake could lead to grave consequences. Therefore, I must say that you have committed grave mistakes, heavily damaged the country, and as a government, when we have to restabilize the economy, we must ensure that not even the slightest error is made in the process. We have done that. By now, can anyone say that the economy is not stable? No. Firstly, we were officially announced to be out of bankruptcy on the 21st December last year. Officially, up to the 21st of December, we were a country that evaded repayment of loans. After the 21st of December, we still haven't resumed loan payments, but we had reached an agreement in that regard. Isn't there a difference? We are now a country that has reached agreements with debtors and creditors. That is stability. There were many hardships that state sector employees and private sector employees were facing. A massive portion of their salaries were being cut as taxes. We increased the threshold from 100,000 rupees to 150,000 rupees. 1.8 million rupees will be entirely free. Then, for the next 500,000 rupees, it will be 6%. Previously, it was 12% for the 500,000 rupees after that. That is also now 6%. For the next 500,000 rupees, it will be 18%. Someone earning 150,000 rupees will not have to pay any taxes at all. One who earns 200,000 rupees will be relieved of 72% of the taxes. Someone exceeding the threshold of 36% will enjoy a tax reduction of 20,500 rupees. This will come into effect in April. Keep in mind that the government will have to incur a loss of 50 to 60 billion rupees due to this. Tax revenue that the government received last year will be lost. However, that 50 to 60 billion rupees will be redistributed to the public. However, next arose an issue in several sectors. The health sector had a system to calculate overtime payments and extra duty allowances. The amount for doctors was calculated by dividing the basic salary by 80. For nurses, it was divided by 160. However, when the initial salary of doctors at that time was divided by 80 and the basic salary is now divided by 120, the answer you would get for the current salary would still be higher. That is how much we have increased the basic salary. There was some public discourse on this. Well, we can amend it then. This calculation is being done on the salary they would receive in January 2027. The division by 120 will not be carried out on the basic salary for April this year. It is the final full salary that will be divided by 120. We are fine with bringing a certain amendment to this. We will divide by 80 the salary of those whose salaries were initially divided by 80 and give back 2/3 of it. There will be no division by 120. We will leave the 80 as it is. The division by 120 was increased to 160 by us. We can leave that also at 120 and give back 4/3 or a 3/4 of it. The division by 160 was increased to 200 by us. We can leave that also at 160 and give them back 4/5 of it.
160 200 වුණානේ. 200 කරන්නේ නැතුව 160ෙන්ම බෙදලා 5න් 4ක් ලබා දෙනවා.